Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we are going to work on one last little delicate necklace from Murder on the Orient Express, which is a bead mix in the magical Jesse James Bead's Magical Mystery Bead Box Book Club. So let's turn down and I'll show you what I'm going to do with this. So what we have here is a couple of pieces of gold 20 gauge wire. I'm not sure exactly how long they are. Let's go ahead and measure them. They're probably about 4 inches, I would say. 4.5. I just cut some wire. You don't have to get, really picky, just have to have enough. Then we have some gold chain. This is going to go for a round. A swivel lobster claw. I have 2 jumprings, though this one is a lot smaller than I thought I had. Let's dump this out. And I will need to get another jumpring. Here is a little ring that we're going to use, a couple of ball spacers, some little bead caps. These pieces are all from my stash. So I have another gold jump ring sitting here on the side that's more of the size we probably want. This little guy can go sit over here. He's too tiny for what we need to use, I'm pretty sure. Oh, you know what? I bet he was for hooking this on. Sorry. That is what that's for. Well, that's good. We got everything we need then. And from the Murder on the Orient Express bead mix, this is the last of the things that were in this box. So we have 2 red crystals, 2 porcelains, one of the little wrapped up black beads, and these fluted bead caps. So let's get started on this. I'll show you what we want to do for sure. What we're going to do is we're going to take this tiny ring, and this little guy is going to hang from him. And then we're going to use these to make a bead strand that goes this side over here like this, and of course just imitating this on the other side with and there. So it'll just hang like that, and then it will have chain to finish it up. So let's get started putting this baby together. The first thing I'm going to do is take this teensy jump ring and hook this guy to the ring, just like so. So let's open this baby up. And we can get that done. Now these are simple loops on these that they've got made here, and I could just put it on with the loop, but I'm going to use the jump ring. Oh. So now the little loop, the little bead is hooked to here. The next step is we're going to wire wrap these little sections. Now you could use beading wire. I'm just using regular wire because they're such a short segment, and I don't really think that we need a whole big bunch. So I'm going to get I've done my 90-degree bend. Now I'm going to get my bell making pliers, This is a little guy, so it's fine to use this smallest one. We'll go up and around, drop it down and come down and bring it around. Now we want to leave a little gap in there because we're going to stick it on our ring here. So there we go. Get our pliers out and push that back down together. And I see I don't have it very lollipopped there, so let's take this wire and bend it a little bit right here some more so we're got a better shape going there. We'll wrap this up 2 or 3 times. We'll cut this off and tuck it in. Now let's see how straight we've got that. Looks like we got it a little crooked. Let's straighten her up some. So now we're just going to feed on our beads just like we would if we were doing anything else. So first is our ball spacer, then our fluted cap, our little crystal bead, the other fluted cap, then the other bead spacer, bead cap, which is sort of looks like a flower, our porcelain bead, put the other bead cap on, and our, oops, don't drop our ball spacer, and there she is for this side. So now we want to make another wrapped loop on this other side. Up and around and down, over and pull her in. There we go. Now this time I am going to put some chain on. Pull her up and in here. There we go. And then we want to wrap our loop here. Now I had let that slip down a little bit, and so what I was doing was I was pushing the wire back up so it wasn't going to come halfway down our wire that we're wrapping. So there we go. Trim that off. And tuck it the rest of the way in. And there is our one side done. And now we just need to do the other side and put the lobster claw and such in. But now is the time to make that decision of how long we're going to have it. And I'm thinking 18 to 20 inches. So we'll get our ruler out. And we'll put this baby on here. We want it at least. We're going to go to 9 because that would be 18, But because we've got our lobster claw and stuff, we'll probably get it a little longer, like 19 by the time we're done. So let's get our cutters out and we'll cut our wire for one side right here. Now that we've decided that we want the this length of chain, we'll need to cut a second length for the other side. So it looks like we're going to be about right. Oh, come on, chain, stop falling out of the groove. It wants to be very stubborn. Okay. I think we're right here. And we'll compare it more after we cut it, but right now we will just see where we're at, and if we need to cut more or off, then we will. Okay. Now we can put this chain back here. We don't need it anymore because this will be our second length of chain here. So we want to go and put the second piece of our little necklace together by doing the exact same thing as we did before. Making our 90-degree turn, taking our bell making pliers, get the smallest one, up and over and around, bring her around, leaving a gap, then straighten her up so you make sure you got your lollipop shape. Now we've got a choice. We can go from the chain or we can go from the ring. Let's go from the ring first. I think it might be easier in the long run to get this done without all the chains and stuff attached. So let's then hold it right here. Looks like we did 3 loops on the other side, around on the other side. So let's take our second pliers and do the same on this side. 1, 2, 3, all the way around. Yep. Now we will trim this off. And tuck this wire in. So now that we have that in, well, the first thing we need to do is straighten it because I can see I've got it a little crooked. So there we go. And now we'll just string it up like we have the other side. So we're going to start with a ball spacer. My fingernails are getting too long. I need to cut them. The only reason I have is I plan on doing a circlet soon, and when I do the circlet, I use my nails and I rack them out good. So I'm not going to cut them until after I rack them out good. So just string this up the same as the other side. So now what we need to do is do our wrap to get and put our chain on. So we'll need to do the 90-degree turn. Get our small bell making pliers. Or if you're not a bell making pliers user, your round nose pliers. Go up and about, bring it down and around, and then the lollipopper. Now we're going to just hook our chain on here. Not sure I left enough space, but if I didn't, we'll just have to open it up a little bit. Up and on. There we go. She's clicked into place. Now we grab this wire right here where it comes together. Switch hands. And then we're going to start wrapping. Cut this excess wire off. And tuck it in. Now we've got the majority of our little necklace done. Looks like, come on baby, come on up here, like so. Now we'll take our chains and we'll put in our jump rings and our lobster claw and she'll be finished. Isn't she cute? So of course we just want to open our jump rings up. Put the one on one side. And then we'll open the other one, put it in the other side, and put the lobster claw in. So. Now, because I did use a lobster claw and jump ring, if you wanted it to be longer, but not longer, that's a silly statement, isn't it? What I mean is, do you want it to be longer than this sometimes, or, you know, just, and you don't want to make a longer chain, then you can put a extender clasp on this one. There she is, all finished. Isn't she cute? Sweet, simple, little cute necklace there. And not really long. Let's see how long it actually ended up being, shall we? Because of course our wire sections add some length, as did our lobster claw. It ended up being almost 20 inches, so. Now these little wires, even though they're going the proper direction, need to be bent a little, I think, so that they aren't too straight looking, so when they come up and off of here. I think that's a little better. So there we go. There is our sweet little necklace using the last of our beads from Murder on the Orient Express, plus a few of my stash beads, like the spacers and the bead caps and the little tiny ring. So there we have it. There's our little necklace using our bead mix Murder on the Orient Express out of our Jessie James Beads Magical Mystery Bead Box for January Book Club. I have been having quite a bit of fun with these. Like I said, this makes a small, sweet little necklace using the last of the Murder on the Orient Express beads. I think they turned out really cute. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden.